Every day the sun will shine.
Y'all live.
And that's why I love tomorrow. Hello, everybody. I don't see nothing, Mickey.
You on here? I just seen it.
Okay, here we go. Shh. Need all of my guests to be quiet first. So let's share. You're not. If I can hear you talk. Okay, hold on, everybody. Um, let me share it everywhere. Let me share it everywhere. Let me share it everywhere. And I need all of my guests that's on here right now to share it. I done shared it to the I Love the Dog group. Well, anyway, they can find out about politics too. Doggies love politics too. Hold on just a second, everybody. Welcome while y'all all coming and tuning in. Welcome to the show. All my little hall monitors out there. I found me a name. My little hall hotties. The men is the hall monitors and the girls is the hall hotties. My little hall hotties. My first lady, she's a hall hottie. My mama, she's a hall hottie. Sister Audrey, you a hall hottie. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, because we are putting this everywhere. Because I'm telling you, everywhere across Michigan, Flint, Michigan, from St. John back to Indiana to New Mexico, need to hear this show. And I'm sending it to everybody. And now y'all need to share it to all of y'all people and let all of y'all people see this show. Can you tell them that we live in the studio? I need them to,
Yeah, I'm finna go in there and holler real quick.
hold on just a second. Where is my sister with Stephanie Hoods? There we go. Stephanie send it to Kiki. So Kiki can I just sent it to Billy. Send it out to everybody, all everybody. Sister Audrey, you got a huge family. I need you to send it to all of your people. Just send it to everybody. Send it to the grandkids, the great grandkids. Everybody share it. Shouts out to ATN News Media Group, Mickey Jordan, CEO and producer of ATN News Media Group, the hottest news group in Flint, Michigan. The only one that covers our stories when we need our stories to be covered. We want to make sure everybody tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend while we're sharing this all across the city. We want to make sure that you guys tune in tomorrow at 12 o'clock for Trevor's a weekly wrap up. Truth Talks with Trevor tomorrow at 12. And then Saturday, don't forget we have Mays versus Hall. Well, this we got a twist this weekend. This weekend we're gonna have a referee. And that's Sister Audrey Muhammad. This show gonna be good. You know, Sister Audrey, he like you a little more than he like you, so I think he'll be nicer. He'll be nicer this week. But look, y'all, thank y'all for joining in and everything on the Wyntis Hall show. Make sure y'all share it and get the word out. Let me tell y'all, I was on my way here, right? And I was going to take my cousin Cynthia some food. And Mickey, what you doing with my earphones? Oh, that sounds so clear. That's pretty, Mickey.
Mm.
And so Mickey got all this fabulous equipment down here. That Mickey like he building Death Row. Mickey Jordan, the CEO of ATN News Media Group, the dopest producer in Flint right now. And so I'm riding up to Hurley, and I'm going to take seeing her food. So what happened was I'm on the phone with Jamaica, and I'm like, Jamaica, what happened to the big Weaver sign that was out there in front of La Familia? You know, Jamaica get all hysterical. She was like, girl, oh my God, they done stole all the signs. They done stole like 12 signs. They done took all of our signs down. They just stealing all of Mary Weaver signs. Now, see, if you don't have an eye for what you're looking for, you really don't pay attention to your surroundings. I think things would have like this, they wouldn't have registered in my head. So I'm still talking to her as I'm driving down the street, right? And so the Mickey, are you listening to my story?
You putting me to sleep.
Okay, well, I'm trying to get there because I was still trying to talk while I was sharing it. So look, so we waiting right there at that street before we get to Mason, and I said, Jamaica, I found a sign. Man, I'm telling y'all, everybody needs to go to my Facebook page, Wyntis Hall, and the sign they
Yes.
had took the Weaver sign down from the big Weaver sign across from La Familia, and they folded it up like a trifold, like poster board, and they
Mm-hmm.
put it behind the Consumer Powers box right there on, I think it was Lion Street, Southwest Lion Street, in Fifth
Yes.
Avenue. Man, they
Yes.
is dirty, but signs can't vote though. Signs can't vote. Signs can't do nothing. But them people is tired of getting their
Right.
signs and stuff tore up.
That is
I just think
crazy.
it is crazy, but that's how it is. But listen, y'all, everybody, thank y'all so much for tuning in to the Winters Hall Show tonight. I got two special guests. I'm telling you, these guests right here, they got me a little nervous because Winter's not trying to get in no trouble. But I got two of the baddest people in Flint, Michigan right now on the line with me. I want to introduce my first guest and then my first guest really don't need no introduction, but I'm gonna let y'all know it's Sister Audrey Muhammad. And Sister Audrey, just tell the people just a little bit about yourself before we get right into the business.
You want me to tell them about what happened yesterday? Can y'all hear
No,
me
no,
okay?
wait a minute. Wait a minute. Before we jump right off into the tea, just tell them you Sister Audrey and hello. Just because we
Oh,
got
you
too
want me
much
to introduce?
content.
Okay. Woo, we got a lot to talk about. I'm Sister Audrey Muhammad. People know me as Audrey Muhammad. They know me as Audrey Young. I am running for the Flint School Board, though I have not been out there as much as you would like to have seen me out there. There's a lot of confusion, but I am out there, and I am here with a voice, and I am here to have a voice for the people. So that's me, Sister Audrey Young Muhammad.
That's right, Sister Audrey Young Muhammad. Like she said, she running for the school board. I support you 1050%, gang gang. Sister Audrey, I love you, and you're gonna be the best for it. And then you're gonna have a dual role. You're gonna have to give up one because I'm telling you, we're recalling. We're gonna recall you constantly. So we're gonna have you doing a dual role. You're gonna be on the Flint Board of Education and City Council. We coming all out with it. And then so you boop, bing, we're gonna put a pin right there, and then we're gonna skip ahead to the next guest. Lord have mercy. This man right here has been terrorizing the internet since 2019. If you watch Power and you know anything about a man named Ghost, this dude right here is Ghost. Never seen him before in my life, never met him, don't know who he is. But good Lord, we got Ghost on the phone. Ghost, tell the people hello.
What's going on? This Kevin
Oh, and can y'all hear him? Can everybody hear him pretty good? Y'all can hear that? Kevin Tay. We got
Yes,
Kevin Tay. Yep,
yes.
Trevor said, wait, is it? Yes, it is. It's Kevin Tay. And thank everybody for tuning in again. And so we're just going to go ahead and get right into it because I got two guests. I don't want to talk too much because they got a lot of stuff to say. Sister, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let me back up. Ding, before I turn it over to them. I just you know what? Nope, because that's part of Kevin Tate's story. Sister Audrey, tell us what happened yesterday. Because you went live last night with some fire.
Yes. Me and the gentleman, of course, we on opposite teams and supporting opposite candidates. However, I'm one who, you know me, I'm going to keep it respectful. And like I say, don't come on my page being disrespectful to nobody. I ain't disrespected the opposite candidates. Don't come on my page disrespecting Karen Weaver, who I support. But this gentleman insinuated, no, he flat out said, you're going to compromise your integrity by supporting Karen Weaver. And I was like this, you don't ever come to me disrespecting anybody, especially one of our queens. You don't disrespect her. This gentleman said something to me that was definitely not true. One about the only reason why she was running was because of W.T. Stevens. She's running to get them paid. But my understanding is that they're working again. So if they did such a shabby job before, why are you out there now? Why are they working now? Also, he said to me that he insinuated that money was being stolen, but they can never tell me where the money went to that they claim was stolen, what money was stolen. They never can say. It's always they stole. Who is they? Where did? What money was they stole? Can you hear me?
Yeah,
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I'm tired of hearing that lie about she stole money. We used
Yeah.
to say it too when we was lying. She stole money and we sure couldn't give them an answer. Now they said she got $3 million she done converted. And the money went to the community foundation and the other groups around the city. They didn't come to her. But keep going with your story about this man that told you about yourself.
And then also saying and lying and saying, we glad that Gil is no longer in there. That money that we got that we was getting from him. I said, well, where did the money go to? Because we don't have nobody who replaced him. Oh, it all went to, we still getting it and investing it. We took that money and invested it into the community. Well, what community? Because I'm trying to figure out where it went to. The only thing I was told is that it went to the county. So if it went to the county, we know it didn't come to the city. And if okay, that's okay. I got it.
Okay.
I was muted. I seen the button saying I was muted. Okay, I'm back. If it went to the county, tell me what happened with it at the county. Because I haven't seen any money on the north side that came from the county. If you're talking about the parks, the what is it? The bands and stuff that come into a community and come to the parks, that's not doing nothing for the community. When it's done and gone, that concert is done and gone. Bring us something that's going to be beneficial to our people in the community on the north side. And then the money you're talking about that went over there to them, what happened to it? I haven't seen it. We're trying to still see the money that you claim they no longer had to pay him a salary, but it went into our community. Did it go downtown? Did it go on the south side of town? The east side of town? Where? Not when I can see all of these houses that need to be knocked down. So don't even say that. And to say those lies, couldn't tell me what program it went to that was with the county that was benefiting the people in the city. Because we know if you go to Genesee County, they gonna use it for Genesee County, not for Flint City. We gotta stop doing that and thinking it's okay. And I'm gonna just tell y'all a little something if you don't know. If you look around Flint, we seeing all of these different things that happen. We had power outages. We don't even have a fallout center in the city of Flint. So if Genesee County got money years ago, maybe about 10 plus years ago, that came from the federal government to help us with fallout centers, help us through disaster preparedness, they misused that money. It went back to the federal government. We don't have it here in the city. What are we supposed to do? And once we had the water crisis to be declared, the federal government came in and took over all of that stuff from the county. But the county had already lost that money. We don't have not a fallout center in the city of Flint for any of us to be able to use if we have a major disaster, a major problem. The closest fallout center we have is in Grand Blanc. I can't even tell you where that's at. Don't act like, and they need not act like that's not true, because I went to a county-wide meeting when I was working at Helping Hands, which was located in Grand Blanc, and the people out there was not even interested in bringing one into the inner city to be in the city with us. We got too many black churches in the city of Flint that we could be using and utilizing them as one of our fallout centers. We need to make sure that we're doing that. You think Karen Weaver wasn't supporting that and wanting that to happen? She could see where we was being neglected in the city, and now we still dependent on the county. She had to come in and she had the audacity to stand up to the state and say, "Give us back our rights. Give me back the power to make decisions for us here in Flint." So why are we still sitting up here? Why is it a doubt that she couldn't do the job? That's what I'm trying to figure out. It had to be some envy and jealousy somewhere around there, or it had to be You just don't want to see Flint and the citizens of Flint prosper. You know, I already told you, and I'll bring it on, and we're going to bring it on later on, that filter that I got. Why couldn't we have used some of that ARPA funds that help us in the city individually in our houses? $300 was a slap in the face to pay on a water bill when my infrastructure in my house was destroyed because of the decision that was made on that council day. Y'all, somebody give us the date that it was made to change the water over to the Flint River water and not do everything that needed to be done, and our houses was destroyed. My pipes in my house is so horrible. There's a lot of stuff still leaching in my house through the water. Yep, I got a whole house filtration system, but yep, I use that, and I still got stuff that's coming in. When I show y'all this filter, if it be the will of God and I'm on your show on Saturday Wyntis, and I bring that filter, show you that white filter and how brown it is, then you will know our water system is not fixed. It is not safe to drink. It ain't even for you to use. I couldn't figure out why my hands was getting sores on them again, and I forgot, it's time to change the filter in my house. So I had to go and get the filter changed, and now my skin is feeling a little better, but that's only going to be temporary, because guess what? My infrastructure is messed up, and you should have been giving some of that ARPA funds. I'm going to say it like this, and then I'm going to be quiet so our brother Kevin Tate can come on and say something. You all should be shamed, our city council members that have voted against the people. Yep, you voted against the citizens of Flint when you decided to slap us in the face with $300 on our water bill. $300, that's okay. Yeah, it was something, but that's like putting a drop of water in a bucket of water. We needed a whole bucket, not a drop. And then we know that people in their houses, their whole infrastructure messed up because of the water. That money should have been taken and given grant money to some of our people to help them to fix the inside of their homes so they could still live in it safely. They got pipes busted because they can't afford to get them fixed and everything. I forgot how many parts per billion of lead in the water in my basement that was coming out. That's what I got to use to wash my clothes in. I had high levels of copper to where the state knocked on my door because they was concerned with what was going on in my house with that level of lead and copper in my water. And y'all want to say, we should be happy and use the money for downtown business development? Come on, be foolish and keep on voting the way that you've been voting. City council, every single one of you all who voted against the people of Flint, every one of y'all deserve to have a recall put on your name. Every single one of you, not one, not two, every one of y'all, because it took more than just 2 or 3 to vote against the people and vote for that change to be made. So I'm going to tell you, stand up. Don't keep letting it happen. And then I'm going to tell you this too. You better consider who you elect as judges and who you put downtown in them Genesee County seats. Because it's Genesee County. It's the judge. It was their Cherry, Jeannie Barkey, and Gleason that made the decision to overturn those recalls that went through several years ago. They approved them when they approved the recall when Maurice Davis was on Karen Weaver's side. But once he flipped the script and started supporting Sheldon Neely, that same exact word and verbiage, they turned it down. So take it into consideration when you look at them people that's down there. Yep, I said Deb Cherry, Jeannie Barkey, and Gleason. They voted down recalls. They didn't care. They at the county level. They don't care about the citizens of Flint. Make sure that when you vote them county people out who don't care about Flint. If they not support the Flint residents, vote them out. Barkey don't care about us. I don't care about her being no family judge, and don't want nobody else stand up and run against her. Deb Cherry, yeah, she did a few little things to pacify us, but guess what? She's still voting against stuff that's for the city. Deb, stand up. Take care of the citizens of Flint. We hold the county. We got the majority of the citizens in the county inside of Flint. That's the biggest city in the county.
Woo! You on fire like Mariah.
Flint County is a racist county. We just don't want to accept it. We don't want to accept it. And I'm going to say men.
You must be in a bad area because you breaking up a little bit.
To the women.
I heard you say
Okay.
something about
Hopefully,
men
is it better
being
now?
respectful to the women. Yep, it's better.
Yeah.
What? You going out. You going out. So let me switch over to a guest until you get into a good area, okay? Can you hear me?
Okay. I got you. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, let me switch over to.
Yep.
Oh, Lord. All right, I can hear the helicopters flying over the headquarters now, trying to find out if you're in the building. Kevin Tay, is that you? Ghost.
Oh yeah, it's definitely me.
Oh.
I'm ready to go ahead and just start exposing everybody from John Nail on down. So I'm gonna take the time to go get John Nail first.
All right.
John Nail Bay. He down there with the sheriff department. But he's just a big old scam, himself out here doing the fake certificates saying people graduate from jail. How can you graduate from jail? You don't even got the proper training. You go to YouTube and look it up, you'll see how many times the same students had the same certificates with fake names.
Whoa.
But they out here applying for, these secret grants. They just split it up like $60,000 a piece between John Nail and Jim Amanek, and I'm gonna take it all the way through. Dwayne Wallen, whatever his name.
Dwayne Wallen.
Yeah, that dude definitely. And he the one that helped push these little secret programs that they're pushing in the county jail. It's sickening. Like all of a sudden, he want to have a debate, but never, told Karen Weaver about a debate until today.
Man, did you hear about that? Man, so the mayor out there, man, she out there walking, right? And this lady says, oh, Mayor, you need to go home and change. And so she looking at her like, what's wrong with my outfit? And she was like, well, Mary, you're going to be late for the debate. And she said, what are you talking about? So the lady had threw it in the trash, right? And she went back and she grabbed it from the trash. And she said, look, this Jonell Allen Bay, he putting on a mayoral debate up there at House of Brain tonight. You supposed to be there. She was like, ain't nobody told me about this. But see, and then on the flip side of that, not only is they lying, trying to make her good look bad, what happened to Mayor Neely's ass saying, oh, I'm not doing any debates because I don't want to be on the same stage with someone that's spreading misinformation. But ain't it funny that he's showing up to the little debates that his homies is throwing for him? And he only do debates that he got questions to. The answers, yeah, like they give him the questions, he come up with the answers.
He'll stumble up just like his wife do at the Lansing. He will stumble up real bad. From what I know, he can't even write his own speech. How to run his mouth. He got to get for gab.
Yeah,
he should have been a car salesman. That's what he should have been.
He gives some very captivating speeches because when I was working on his campaign in 2019, he know how to use all of them big word salads and stuff to get you pulled in what he's saying. He real good at manipulating.
Yeah, definitely. Just like he had to get his wife a tutor. He's up at a church asking all the church members that they know somebody that can tutor his wife to help him read. And this ain't no just I heard. This is what I know for a fact. I really want to put the person's name out there who he paid. And I definitely know for a fact who it is. But back to him, the dude is promising just like Wyntis. Wyntis out here.
Wyntis Davis, former fifth ward.
I can't call him Wyntis. I call him Wyntis because he's nothing but a net and a liar.
Oh. All right.
That's all he is. 1 minute you out here, I support Karen. Now all of a sudden you promised a city contract, and now you want to switch around.
What? He got promised a city contract, so he good for that. That he in that last 14 days, everybody's gonna be a liaison or they gonna have some type of small contract. If they'll get your LLC, he don't care. He don't care how he do it. He gonna lie to you. Just like when he was about to push me, he was pushing for me to get. Well, he wasn't even pushing for me to get on the Bishop Airport board. But I'm like, I'm gonna have some issues because I'm not a resident of the city of Flint. So the mayor told me, he said, well, just go and put your mama and them address down. I said, look, man, if I gotta lie to get it, I don't need it.
Oh yeah. It's just like John. He gave him and one of his family members a building, over there downtown.
John who?
Everybody know that John Bay do.
Oh, John L. Bay. Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder where Bay came from. Do people really know where that Bay came from?
Well, let me tell you what my god brother David Woods told me. He was locked up, and he said like in prison they got the Mobites or something like that. You either a Mo or a Bay. And you go when you come into prison, you got to come up under somebody because you're gonna need that protection. So then he said that you got the Mobites, and then you got the Bayos or whatever they call it, and they fell up under the Muslim category. But they said the Bays was more of the French braiders and the and the boxer washers.
Right. Yeah. I heard Janelle had some problems while he was locked up and needed some help. I definitely heard that. Hey, it is what it is. But yeah, Neely out here promising people, a gold mine and ain't giving them but a bag of rocks.
That's it. They selling their soul, as May said, for 3 pieces of silver and a little half a coin of gold. Man, come on, Sister Audrey, weigh in on it. How you feeling about that, man? Where'd she go? Did we lose her?
Hold on, I'm finna add her on.
You gotta add her on.
You on?
Okay.
Sister Audrey, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Man, what do you think? What do you hear? What do you think about what you hear? Like having these little fake debates? Because remember, he don't want to debate nobody, but now he's sitting up there with his legs crossed down there at the jail yesterday. Him and his bodyguard, and he doing the debates now, but he won't do them for Fox and 66 and 12 because he said he want to be on the same stage with someone who's spreading misinformation, but. I see his eagerness right now to do it. Why not do a debate? Let's do one.
Right.
He's so willing.
You know what? It's so funny. Go ahead.
John Cole, he's a registered sex offender, and Neely got him out here to these schools passing out popcorn with his flyer. Now, if my kids went to the school in the city of Flint, I'll fuck the school up and everybody else.
Well, you know what? He running around there with the only Keisha that's on the ballot. His John Cole, he went live. He blocked me 2 days ago because he went live over there on Darrell Drive off of Carpenter Road talking about you ought to be ashamed of yourself because someone is out here and they are stealing Mirror Nearly signs. But the fool forgot to take the Mirror Nearly sign off the video. And I'm like, ain't that the Nearly sign laying right there on the ground? Ain't nobody stole no sign. And so he blocked me.
But another thing, why ain't Sheriff Swanson doing anything about this dude going into these public places, especially schools and parks with kids, and he gave over 50 men HIV. 50 men.
Man.
And there's probably more that didn't come forward.
Yeah, because they was probably embarrassed.
But I don't know, what a person had going. I don't care about, prison. Hey, a lot of people been in prison. But for him to be a sex offender around kids, and then you run it with somebody that's trying to run for the school board, I have a problem with that. You cannot have a person like that into the school system at any time, like whatsoever. And for Chris Swanson not to investigate that, it should be a problem. It gotta be, but they all running around up underneath, praising him right now until he gets out of office.
Sister Audrey, what's your take on that?
Woo-wee! I tell you what, I missed part of the conversation because when you said I was going in and out, my phone didn't just only lose its signal. It shut down and rebooted. Why? I have no clue. I didn't push a button to shut down nor reboot, but it did it on its own. But anyhow, anybody, nobody should be going around children that's a sex offender. You know, we got to even be careful about some of our people with past histories, even going into the school, reading books
Right.
to the children, taking different services in with the children. They're not supposed to be going in there, even if it's a nonviolent crime. They supposed to go through the board of education, have a full extensive background check, and go in there before they can even go into the schools. Why is the school not checking that? Why is the public schools allowing them to come in? Is it because it's a personal favor to somebody who's already an elected official? That has happened. An elected
Yeah.
official have gotten people
The
in.
board of
Like I'm
education.
gonna give you. I'm gonna tell you what. Flaming school is a big one. Why is it that people are allowed to go in and out of that school with criminal background? They are
Yeah,
not
that's
supposed to
right.
be able to do that.
That's because they don't
Supposed to
care.
get on that.
And the
The board of
board don't know
education,
what's
you
going
have
on.
to get on that. They have to start caring. It's one thing that they don't care about, but that's one thing that really concerns me. Everybody might not have a criminal background, but I want to know that who's around my children or who's around my grandchildren up in those schools. That should
Right.
never happen. But
Right.
these kids to is part of what you
Uh-oh, there
say
you go. Your phone
later
sound
on.
like it's on mute again.
I can hear you. I can hear,
Okay.
and I
Okay,
can
you
hear
back here now.
you, which is another problem in
Phone breaking up.
Yep, your phone breaking up. Hold on, sister. Your phone breaking up. Can we get her to call in
Okay, I'm gonna
your
let you
phone?
talk. Okay.
Wait a minute, we're gonna see if we can get Mickey. I just hold both the phones up here. Mickey, you wanna do it that way, or you wanna see if she can come back in so we
Yep,
can still
that'll
see
be
her on
cool.
here?
That'll be good to me.
Tell her from the caller. Tell her from the
That'll
caller.
be good to
Okay,
me.
he said Mickey said he about to call you. So look, Kevin, I need to
Okay.
get back with you real quick because Sister Audrey, keep listening because Kevin, what's up with wanna whiz?
And I just don't understand how that's a flip flop. Like, how can you say you from the hood and you from prison and you already know the codes of the street and you flip flop like that? You flip flop within a week for a penny.
Huh? Can you hear me, Sister Audrey?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Okay, good. We all
You
clear.
flip flop in a week for a penny.
Yeah.
1 week you saying it's about Neely. Now all of a sudden you want to switch and say Weaver after you went live and said that the Neely team need to get a hold of him. And now you want to switch. You sold your soul for a penny. And I guarantee if he ever try to run, I'll be the first one out there campaigning against his ass.
Yeah, you should be. You can't have not only around the schools, you taking this man from house to house and listen, I believe in second chances and God forgiving people 77 times 7, but when it comes to sex offenders, you can't give like I bet you
You can't forget that.
no.
I respect the streets, the hustle, and everything. But a sex offender, I would never.
Right.
Not a day of my life.
Right. Because you didn't give them men a chance. You didn't give none of them men a chance. They don't have a second chance to say, "Oh, well, maybe I don't want to be with him in an intimate way." He didn't give him a chance. He got mad because he got AIDS, and then he went out and he gave it to 49 that we ignored, that we know that came forward. You guys don't believe us? Go ahead and look it up. This the same man that's running around with the only Lakeisha on the ballot that these fools is supporting, and it just makes no sense. Y'all got to do your background before y'all put these people over your kids. That's why our kids is graduating now and they're reading and then they're doing math at a 4th grade level.
Yeah.
Sister Audrey.
Crazy.
Sister Audrey.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear. And
Thank you, Trevor. I'm gonna drive safe. Thank you, Trevor. I know it's rough out here. And that's crazy. That's crazy. Okay, so did you all name that person already? And I missed the name. Who you talking about?
we were talking about Johnny Cole. He changed his name on Facebook now to John Cole. He blocked me the other day because he went live saying that people were stealing the Neely signs, but the sign was laying there on the ground. He was just trying to get him some views and likes. But he got a big following. He usually got about at least about 9 followers.
Wow.
You big dummy.
I want to comment to Jon Snow though, but he said he endorsed Weaver.
Yeah.
He did endorse him. Then he turned around and went back and started talking junk about him.
Who, Jon Snow?
No, Wyntis.
Oh, Wyntis. Yeah.
He was live earlier today. I didn't get a chance to listen to him. Man, this is not good. We cannot keep going back and forth and keeping the city divided. You know, that's what bothers me more, I think, than anything is that we keep dividing ourselves and we ain't prospering, we ain't getting nothing. Ain't nothing happening. And we got to go back and start to moving ourselves forward. We was at our tightest in 2016, right after the water crisis got declared. Yeah. We was at our closest and our tightest. And I ain't trying to be funny. A lot of the problems that was coming into Flint and the things that was going on was coming directly from Lansing, and I'm going to leave it like that.
Yeah.
That's where the problem was coming from. It was things that was coming down the pipe. Now, let's sit up and talk. We want to talk about people stealing signs. Claudia Perkins, when she was running for the state rep position against Cynthia Neely several years ago, had them on videotape, had people on videotape taking and stealing her signs. And what was they saying? They said, we had instructions from Mayor Neely to take up your sign.
So did. That's what the man came up and said. Yep.
On the video.
Hey, I implore people to go and ride down that dumpster that's either behind the store on Clio and Dayton or the dumpster behind the headquarters at the Neely campaign. I wonder how many Meet Weaver signs is in them dumpsters back there.
And you want to talk about having a fair campaign. Since you're doing so good, you shouldn't even have to steal nobody's signs. Leave them out there. Leave them alone.
Signs can't vote. But the poll thing, he just nervous now. The little tink nervous right now. He just a little nervous. But yeah, they got something cooking in the oven because we got a notice yesterday from city council why they want to pick the clerk all of a sudden the day after the election.
They need to get on board of that, and we need to call our Secretary of State's office because Jocelyn Benson, she might be running this time, but she need to do her job from up there and help us to get a clerk in place that's a temporary clerk until they get one that's going to be a permanent one. Appoint somebody from in that office that's been down there working.
Man, we don't even know who's going to certify the votes. Gleason in jail.
Right. And you all being, hey, you can't use your thing. What happened with Kathy Funk? They put Manya out there.
Man,
she's doing a great job in Flint Township.
Shouts out to Maya Triplett.
See,
go ahead, Trip.
I know they get ready to try to cheat their hardest out at these polls, and it's already showing that they're trying to cheat.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
And how is Liddell interviewing clerk people?
Huh?
She what?
She had a platform and she was interviewing county clerk people.
Wow.
She should be interviewing. Does she work for the county?
No.
No.
She don't work for the county.
That's my point.
But see, I was upset with her again today because it was one of the family members from the little boys that died in the fire, and they was on there talking and telling her, you know, how dare you get up, black lady? I know you a mom or you a aunt. You got to be something that got some type of connection to children, and you got up and you walked out before they voted. And she
said she cared.
Oh, but she said she cared and she gives you all them beautiful ass speeches on council night about we're here to do the service of the people and we're here to do the job of the residents and not for here from this distraction down here in Ward 1. Oh, and then she be on Facebook acting a fool just like everybody else.
I haven't had nobody knock on my door. I still live in the second ward. I haven't had anybody knock on the door and ask me what I thought.
Oh, she ain't coming to your house to start you mentioning.
She don't come on my block.
She don't come on your whole block.
No, my neighbor said they ain't never seen her.
Don't even go on her own block.
Oh.
Because she at the park.
Oh, Kevin, you said Lavelle don't even go on her own block?
No, she don't. She don't live there. She live with a girlfriend.
Oh my God, jeez. Okay, well that's what we're gonna say allegedly.
Well, let's put it alleged. She live with her girlfriend.
Okay. Well, you know, shouts out to the.
Live in a house, and you got kids. Ain't your kids gonna be outside sometime, some point at the park that you care so much about?
Ooh.
Oh, what? Oh, jeez.
Okay.
You
only there for cleanup.
I just clutched my pearls.
You only there for events.
Don't break them, sis. Don't break them.
Well, maybe that's why our water bill was only $88. Oh my God! Well, I doubt that was deep.
With zero usage.
Zero usage.
Yeah, that's just the meter fee. You know, the fees.
Well, that's crazy. So she.
Now, a single person staying in a one-bedroom house right now, average water bill is running them with the fees and everything about $135. How do I know that? I own homes. So she used zero usage.
Oh man.
It had to have been a flushing of a toilet or something.
Yeah, something is kind of.
Yeah, you could definitely go online and look up people's water bills and look them up and see how much usage they had. That is definitely something you can easily tap into in these people's water bills. And there's several people around here who claim they lived in houses. I hate that. I don't even want to start to do that. I was out canvassing and trying to look for precinct delegates, and one of the people that had a precinct address, I got ready to knock on the door and pull up to the house, and both the side door and the front door had boards on it.
Oh, who was it?
I ain't telling y'all.
Oh, come on. This is the T show.
I'm going to tell you because I was talking to the person. They helped me. I went to them and said, ain't you a delegate? And they said, yeah, I'm a delegate. They're as proud as what? And I was like, where do you stay? Because I'm trying to find out where you stayed. I was trying to get you a letter. This was last year when I was running for second ward council because I was trying to pull out the delegate.
Oh, well, it can't be. I was thinking you was talking about fifth ward councilman Wyntis Davis because he stay on Patterson.
No, it wasn't him. We can look and see all of these houses and go by. There's a couple other people.
Wait a minute. Sister Audrey, you said no, it wasn't him. And Kevin, you saying that no, he don't. I'm confused.
I don't know. It wasn't him that I went to his house. I went to people in the second ward.
Well, where do the man stay at then?
I can't validate those ones in the fifth ward.
Wait a minute. You telling me Wyntis just said he had a house built out in Montrose or something?
Oh no.
So how you gonna come back and take fifth ward then? If he told me he coming back and getting his seat?
Well, he said he still had the house on Patterson. He built a big skyscraper or something out in Montrose, and then now I'm hearing he's staying in Flint Township allegedly staying in Flint Township in apartments.
I ain't gonna even tell you who I know because you know how we do it. When we find out you got your absentee ballot, we do what? We go and try to make sure we solicit you to vote. I had one. I was like, I think this address is a business. I know the business. I went. Sure enough, the absentee ballots went to the person's business, not their house business, a business, and that's the address they're using to vote from.
Oh, it's a bunch of them type of people.
So when we talked about Greens using that house down there, okay, yeah, but at least it was a house, a bed and breakfast. This ain't even a house where you even sleep there.
Oh, speaking.
It ain't been a house where people slept in that building in probably 30, 40 years. They're about 30 years. I know because I know the person who used to own that building.
Hey, speaking of bed and breakfast,
That's how they vote.
hey, Sister Audrey. Sister Audrey, speaking of bed and breakfast, you and Kevin, was anybody invited to the fundraiser that Alan Griggs is having for nearly? Well, wait, can he have? He can't have it tonight if it's a debate going on. But hey, was anybody invited to the fundraiser that he having at his business for Neely? And I think that's crazy, especially when Neely got mad. Neely got. Yeah, and Nelly was pissed off, and he told everybody the only reason why they running is because Greg said they needed the money. Wow, man, that's a dumb dude right there. And you didn't told everybody I'm broke and I'm trying to help you get some more money. Shouts out to Alan Griggs. Okay, so yeah, what else we got going on in Flint, y'all? Man, is so much going on. Y'all, did y'all want to talk about that blood money? Yeah, the blood money, Sister Audrey. I ain't caught you up on that. Now, see, it's a link they was putting out like little stuff on Dr. Weaver about, oh, she paid $500 for a webcam and she was late turning in her financial reports. Well, that same little link that you click on for her is a public link that you got to click on, and the links is posted all over the websites, and so it shows the list of donors that's been given to the Neely campaign. And when I was going down the list, and I was like, okay, Attorney Kim, well, all right, because he was trying to get a job, and then I'm going through and I see Ashley Kaplan, and that just, oh man, that just threw me off, because Ashley Capital is the people that they gave the money to, over the $3 million of y'all ARPA money, y'all two good citizens that I got here, residents of Flint, that I got on the phone. They gave over $3 million to Ashley Capital, and they haven't even acquired the land yet. Racer Trust still owns the land, and so they promised them that once they cleaned it up, the TTHMs and all of the other stuff that's under the land, that they was gonna sell it to them. And then once they sold it to them, Ashley Capital said they was gonna build something, but they don't know what they building because they don't have no tenants yet. And it passed with flying damn colors. And then the next day they tricked them because they said they only gonna get, the job is only gonna be up to $17. You can get more than that at Lear, but that's not the blood money. The blood money, when you go down the list a little bit further, guess who been contributing as a consultant to the Neely campaign? Dane Wally, the man who flipped the damn switch. Now, how in the world, why would you even want to be associated? Oh my God, what y'all think about that, Kevin and Sister Audrey?
They all in it together.
They all in the bed together. They all in the bed. It's just like the governor. You know, she bragged about so much she was going to do the Flint when she campaigned, and she has not even fixed a pothole.
She sure ain't.
Right.
She sure ain't.
How did she release Neely's uncle out of prison?
Oh, you talking about Mr. Miko?
Yeah, I'm so, you know, the John Cole daddy.
That can't be John Cole's daddy. But he did say Claudia was his mama. I don't think them his parents right there though.
Claudia ain't his mama. Claudia got people calling her mama because she called him daughter and son and stuff like that. And she was just say son and he say mama. So it's a couple other people. They all go to that same church and stuff like that. That's all that is. That's not her. She has 2 sons and 1 daughter. Those are her only biological children. She has the other ones are people. She has them calling her mother.
Oh, okay. And I was surprised to see her on the Neely bandwagon too, because he don't like her either.
Well, they became friends last year.
Oh, okay.
And somewhere or another, there's a whole lot that they helped out with getting Miko out together, and she was one of the ones that was instrumental with helping them too with some of the things and stuff too. So. Yeah. I mean, I was kind of surprised at that. Me and her, we had a talk concerning it. We know where each other stand, and we just leave it like that and keep it moving. So that's how I do with Claudia. I just leave it like that.
Kevin, tell you what else is on your mind. I'm still blown about these debates though, and I still say to Mary Neely, look, if you like doing these debates so much now, all of a sudden But he said he didn't want to stand on the stage with someone who was going to spread misinformation. So that's why he having all of this damn. That's what I said.
Why did he advertise it on the radio or the commercial? Why he put it out, the city website like he do his little podcast out in office with Pastor Holly right hand person?
Vanessa Pringle, the one that turned state's evidence on Pastor Holly.
Pastor Holly.
Yeah. That's Clyde. Oh wow, that's Clyde Edwards. I think. Well, she was administrative assistant for Clyde Edwards. I don't know if she got a promotion like everybody else, because Monty, well, I can't call him Monty. Mr. Ed Taylor, he's not a new deputy chief of staff for the city of Flint.
Because that's what Clyde was doing at first, right?
Who?
Who was the chief? He was the chief of staff, and you say Monty is the deputy chief of staff.
Yeah,
right?
that used to be Murdoch's position.
Yeah.
Yeah, that used to be Murdoch's position.
What happened to Murdoch?
I don't know. Last time I seen Murdoch, he was riding down the street passing City Hall with his middle finger up in the air because he was mad because Neely had snitched on him about his OWI and turned it over to the press because then nobody knew about it. Because look, when you make it in the City Hall and they know that you're close to the mayor, you make friends with, well, you don't really make friends because it is with friends in politics, but they be trying to have them a little connection. So Murdoch had a little connection at the news stations, right? And so he was like, look, who dropped the dime on me? Because this happened back during Labor Day, and this a few months later, and who dropped his dime? And they said they really didn't want to tell him, but he got it from two different stations. It was his brother-in-law, Mayor Neely, that dropped the dime on him and leaked it out. Now that night, if you drop the dime on your own people, that don't make me feel too secure.
Wow. But remember he said that ain't his brother-in-law. He don't know that's his brother-in-law.
Oh yeah, because Tanya Burns said, how are you related to Deval Murdoch? And he said, well, he said that he was married to my sister. And that's when Murdoch was back there in the back of the council chambers. And you ain't never seen Sheldon's head whip around so fast. And he was like, wait, what you mean? You know I was married to your sister, you lying son of a bitch. Oh, he went off. And then that's when May said, get him out of here. But see, Sheldon was lying. He was at the wedding. How you not know? I ain't even gonna get off into that. Because they gonna.
We need to get up into that.
He was at the wedding, man. He was at the wedding.
Oh, wow. That's deep.
Yeah.
That is so deep. But some people you can't convince that some of the things and actions that actually happened for them was things that were supposed to happen.
Right.
I got a cousin, he growed up with Neely. That's his boy. He supported him. But he was telling me things that had happened with him with getting his water turned back on in the house. I was like, didn't you know that we was in the midst of COVID and they were supposed to leave your water on and turn your water on in your house? He didn't do you a favor. He did what the law said he was supposed to do.
Right.
You just didn't call the right number. You called him.
Right.
Like you're trying to figure out why stuff is happening around there. His city people is doing that stuff. Call down there and ask them why they doing it.
Man, people be calling down there all the time.
Yep. We had an old man around the corner from me, 90-something years old, been complaining about his sidewalk. They didn't even get it fixed. I'm going to go by there tomorrow and see if it's even fixed. You got people still that did not have their sidewalks fixed from last summer. That when I went by their house a couple of weeks ago, he said, you see, they still ain't fixed our sidewalk. They dug it up and got the pipes, but they never replaced the sidewalk.
Wow. How's the sound out there, guys? Because I just got a text that the sound was a little muffled. You know,
I can't hear you because I'm on the phone.
Yeah, I think it's clear. It's clear. It's so clear on my end. Now I just keep maybe somebody don't know what they're doing, but that's okay. That's all right. Oh wow! Look at the picture that just came through on my phone. Oh man.
Oh wow.
Oh man. I got a picture right here. I don't even know who it is. Let me see. Oh, okay. Okay, the first person on here is Mr. Ridgeway White, and then it's Quincy Murphy, and then it's Sheldon Neely, and then it's the little lady from Ashley Capital, and then it's BB Nolan. Yeah, I'll go ahead and post it for y'all. I think that paints a picture right there why you need to vote for Weaver on November the 8th.
That's deep.
Yeah.
Now that's deep.
You know, my gonna vote. They gonna work with whoever in there. They got the money to do it.
Right.
So it don't matter to them. They gonna acquire whatever properties they want to acquire. Hell, he already gave them an alley in Crapo Street. I'm not sure what else they want besides the Flint River. I don't think it's nothing else for them to get.
It's almost like we gotta take the north side and turn that into the new downtown.
Yeah, you do. You do. You ride down Clio Road, it looked like a M80 dropped in the middle of it and just blew up. You go down Davidson Road over there on the east side, it ain't nothing over there. Like nothing.
Well, hold up, answer this question. I got a question for y'all good people.
What's the question, Mickey?
I got one for Sister Muhammad and brother Kevin Tay.
Okay.
What wards do Liddell and Quincy stay in? Do they stay in the hardest hit wards?
No.
Oh, wait. Let's go one at a time because I gotta hear both of y'all answers. Kevin,
okay, let Kevin go. Let Kevin go.
Kevin, go ahead.
Liddell live in Mount Morris, and Quincy, I don't know nothing about that dude. Said he's just a liar and always trying to get his pocket filled with bids.
Oh, yeah, I heard. Did you hear he got $100,000 grant for cutting grass?
Yeah, I heard that, but his house don't look like it.
That's because he out cutting grass. Everybody else, he couldn't cut the grass at his house real quick. Sister Audrey, what's your take on that?
No, they are not in the hardest hit. They both of them make sure that the area where they live at or supposedly live at is taken care of. You go by I hate to say it, you go by Starvis Park and there's speed bumps all around there. But where they really needed speed bumps was down Brownell, where they have the high traffic that's coming off of Ballinger Highway, and they couldn't even get speed bumps down there. But you got them right there at that park. They don't have a high level of traffic going around there. You got the crime watch signs that's mostly around in those areas where they desire to have them at. They're not in the areas where there is a lot of crime and stuff. In some areas it is. Not
but you know
all
what?
of them, no.
Sister Audrey,
they're not taking care of the whole community. That's why my neighbors that came to me and said, we haven't seen our council person yet.
Well, hell, most of the people don't know who their council person is, but when you rung a little bell in my head when you said that crime watch signs that they're going around, and so they're looking for a man right now that committed a murder a couple days ago, but ain't nobody heard about that murder from our on TV 12 or TV or 66 or Channel 5 or nothing. Like they're not reporting the crimes no more.
Right, they're not reporting because they're trying to make it look like the crimes are down. See, they did that before. I know, like several years ago, me and Lavita was talking the other day. I said, do you remember? We remember when the little boy got murdered out in Ridgecrest several years ago. This so happened to be a distant relative of mine.
Wow.
They showed it on the Channel 12 news at noon. Didn't say nothing else about it at all. On none of the news media at 11 o'clock, 6 o'clock, nothing was mentioned at all. We watched all of the news to see what all they was going to say concerning his murder.
Man, that's crazy as hell.
They might put it on like it's a blurb, like it's a 20-second, what they say, audio snap, audio chat, and then leave it alone and keep it moving. Right. Because they gotta deliver the scenario that the money that's coming into Flint for crime and stuff is actually helping. It ain't help. They need to quit that lie. It ain't help.
Yeah, crime is down from last year because they did kill a lot of people off last year. So crime is down from last year and everything. So, I mean, we got to agree with them right there because it ain't that many more people to kill off. But
now listen to it. Now listen to this. If you get shot today and you die later on this week, they're not coming back on the news telling people that you died. That's a murder. So that's why it looks like stuff is down and it's really not. Yeah. They ain't coming back and telling it. They ain't revisit, oh, you got shot, but you in the hospital in critical condition. Unless it's high profile and they need to put it on there for whatever reason. They use the crime enough to get the numbers up to where they needed them so they can try to get that grant money from the federal government for the crime watch.
And I got a couple questions for y'all too. First of all, shouts out to Levita Snow. We call her Snow. No, Storm. We call her Storm. Thank you, Queen Storm, for always supporting us, and also shouts out to John O. Snow. You've been a real big supporter. Trevor, just a few people. I'm going down my list here. I just thank y'all for all y'all support. But I want to talk about. I got a question for you, Sister Audrey, and also Kevin Tay, because I know that this question, crime and stuff, really bothers you, both of you, and one of you, or maybe both of you, are connected to this family. What do y'all think about the fire on Pulaski and the two little black boys?
Woo. Okay, so I'm gonna say this. First of all, the lie that was told about you going in that building and looking for children, and daggone well you didn't go in that building and look for nobody. We understand you fudged the report. Your butt need to be not only fired, but you need to be tried and found guilty of some kind of crime, because that was willful neglect.
Yeah,
that's right. What it was. Now, if it had been a parent who left their child in the house, you'd be trying to find something to tag on them. You'd be trying to find willful neglect or something like that, some kind of an abuse. So something should happen. Definitely.
Oh, they was trying to blame it on them. They was trying to blame it on them and send CPS out talking about, they didn't have working smoke detectors and all of that. Oh, they tried to blame it on the family and everything.
Yeah, and so if you know that, what are you all doing to try to help make sure that everybody got working smoke detectors?
Oh, he had a little thing. He had a little thing. I think it was a little dig at the family though, because it was the same week that the news broke, because he kept it quiet before the primary, but we were still trying to get it out on the Chitlin circuit. So he had the police department to give out smoke detectors. I thought that was a slap in the face to the family. Kevin Tate, what's your take on that?
Well, I have a lot of issue with it because, I know them, and they are good people. The whole family is nurses. Like, they work with our peoples out here. You go to the hospital, you probably go be in the hands of one of them, because that's all they do is work.
Wow.
They dedicated their life to it. The mom all the way down, to all the daughters. They all. Wow. And for them to play her like that ain't good. No. And if that hospital is not behind them, I'll be walking up out of there. Truthfully.
Man, that's so crazy. And then I can't forget about Miss Davis either, because they're not supposed to be having police chases. So I dare not want to forget about Miss Davis and her son.
Well, yeah, Miss Davis. I watched that council meeting. What Green said. I don't cover up nothing.
Yeah.
But I know for a fact and not alleged, that's a damn lie.
Wow.
Before he got switched over to Flint police, it was a killing that he tried to sweep up under the rug.
Wow, out there in Mount Morris.
My
God. Wow.
Misplaced the paperwork and everything, all types of stuff.
Wow, damn, that's deep.
So yeah, he told the family. He sent the report over. Said the guy was on house arrest. He had broken bones and all types of stuff. And guess what? The guy was doing, riding motorcycles in the park.
That's crazy. Hey, I hear you, Queen. She said, say Chitlin Circuit again, and she gonna get me. This is mainstream media. You right, Queen. I'm sorry. This is the mainstream media, because it's us reporting about us. Because we got to get the word out about us, and we the best people to do it.
Right.
Oh, wow. So listen, y'all, we got like 1 minute to go. I want to get the people out of here. Let's close it out. Can y'all give me one good reason why everybody needs to vote for Karen Weaver November the 8th, Tuesday, November 8th. Why does everybody need to vote for Karen Weaver?
She's the best and only for the job to get it done. She's already proven it. We've already had somebody who defected on the work that needed to be done.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. And we want them to vote for you too for the school board.
Yes.
Now what section you in? The 6 year, the 2 year, the 1 year, or the...
I'm in the 6 years.
Okay.
I'm running for the 6-year position.
Okay, 6-year position. That's Sister Audrey. You on the ballot as Audrey Young. And that's what we're gonna get you on that school board, and then we're gonna put you back on city council. And Kevin Tate, can you give me a good reason on why we need to vote for Mayor Weaver on November the 8th?
Well, everybody remember, Weaver was the one and fought like hell to get the fresh water back into the city. We were the one that had a fight to get this emergency manager stuff under control that we was in. Without Weaver, we probably would have even been in a worse situation. And I'm thank God that she was there to, support, the city of Flint. Without Weaver, Flint is about to be a disaster.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a disaster.
Right.
We gotta reach out. If anybody 18 and up, go get them a ID card and get them registered to vote and get them to go vote for Weaver. Grandkids, uncles, nieces, nephews, it don't matter.
Right.
Everybody need a vote.
We got free rides to the poll. Right.
We got rides to the polls.
And Sister Audrey, you was telling me something about they can register and vote on the same day?
I think they still can. I think that's what they can do here. Yeah.
We was talking about, we was talking about early voting. They can start voting now.
They can vote early. They can go down there and vote now, down at City Hall.
Man.
So you exercise your right to vote early. Don't let them turn you around.
Don't let them turn you around. You have any problems, y'all need to go find Ghost. Kevin Tate, you just got to hit him up on Messenger. You got to find him.
Right. Have you noticed that when we were fought for that 35% reduction on the water bill, Neely never brought it back out?
No.
It went to court. It was approved, but it never happened when Neely got in.
It sure didn't. And I remember Eric bringing that back up. Hey, Mickey, we got to jot that down. We got to bring that up Saturday when we talk to Mr. Mays.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. I'm just going to be sitting off to the side because this is going to be one hell of a show Saturday with Sister Audrey.
I know y'all ready to go, but Neely talked all that good stuff about what he wanted to do for the kids. And there's kids out here that's homeless.
Yeah.
And that's no fact. That's a fact.
Yeah.
I done ran into several of them.
Yeah. And I know you have. And I heard the children, they just want somebody to mentor them. They just want to have somebody to look up to. These kids are willing to work, but they just need some guidance.
That's it.
I ran into a 13 and a 14-year-old. Mama died 5 years ago.
Wow.
Pancreas cancer.
Wow. Them kids just left behind. That's crazy.
There's no outreach for them.
None. That's all right. Because Mayor Weaver get back in there. She gonna do something about this children and all the homelessness and everything that's going in. And you know what? Tuesday, November 8th, man, everybody just got to know that's vote or die. And I just thank both of you. I thank Kevin Tate. I thank you, Sister Audrey, for coming on the show with me today. It's been a pleasure talking to the both of you. See, everybody thought we was going to clown, but we had some really good facts today out here.
Yes, we did.
And I thank y'all. And I just want to say next Thursday is gonna be the mid-season finale, and we're gonna have a special guest on here next Thursday. Y'all want to make sure that y'all tune in to the show next Thursday. Make sure you tune in tomorrow for Trevor at noon for Trevor's Truth Talks, and then we'll be right back Saturday morning again, Mays versus Hall at 11 a.m. and we're gonna have a special guest that day. Sister Audrey Muhammad is gonna be joining us in person. Her and her water filter. She said she was bringing her water filter, and I said, okay. All right. Thank y'all good people for coming on, and I'll talk to y'all later. Have a good evening.
All right. You too. Thanks.
All right. Thank you.
Peace.
Bye-bye.
You get on my Russell Simmons. Peace.